I was always there, but not there. Is every single video try to hit 1 million views. I'm just a plumber with a camera.
Hier kommt der Star unter den SHK-Profis.
And was there any moment you say, okay, I go on social media all in?
Millionen folgen ihm. Berühmt für seine ASMR-Style-Videos. Matthew
If
Marciniak.
one little drip goes onto that carpet, I got to pay for it.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We talked in the podcast before that there was a special moment where your wife was really angry about you, and there was a conflict there when you just bring your social media stuff and the family life not really together. What was this moment about?
It was mainly that I was spending a lot more time on my phone or looking at devices, monitoring what I was doing with the social media side. It wasn't like I was scrolling and watching what other people were doing. It was because I was spending more time, answering back what I need to do with the content, whether I'm editing a lot or engaging with the video sort of side of things. And it was a case of I was always there, but not there, if that makes sense. Like my priorities was always work rather than trying to give full attention for the kids. And even on weekends when it should be about family, because my work goes around with me everywhere, it's hard to sort of put that down, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So we had a little bit of a conflict and tried to work out the best way of balancing it. And instead of being so full on, I decided to take a little gap day in between, and that seems to have helped relieve a lot of the stress. So.
Take me a bit in this moment. What was about? Did your wife scream on you and say, "Hey, come on, you have to bring out"?
No, it was more like you could sort of notice like mood sort of changes and stuff between us, and I was like, "Look, what's up?" And it was more of a case of her saying like she wasn't sort of happy. She wanted me to be more involved and help out with everything a lot more. It wasn't like a full blown out like argument or anything. It was just something that we just come together and sort of realised that this was beginning to be a bit of a problem, and we need to try and sort it before tensions get any higher. And like with the social media side, it can be quite addictive to constantly check your phone, and if you're doing it in front of kids, it's not really the best sort of thing to show the kids that this device is more important than them. And that was the sort of thing that she was trying to get across. And it does take that little bit of extra time to sort of think, yes, this is not what I want my kids to see, or I don't want my missus to feel. So I sort of had to transition to try and do it a lot less. And now like there's easy, like simple things to put in perspective of like, between this time and that time, that's us. Then you can go on to do that. There's always tomorrow as well. Like there's always times to do it. It's just I'm so cautious of being on top of everything. The time that I don't spend doing it, I have to catch up anyway. But yeah, it's just a healthy balance that you need to try and do.
And what is the thing what you changed at this moment?
It was having that gap day in between that sort of helped it. So instead of posting every single day and being so consistent with it, it was to say, right, okay, I'll give myself a break for posting the next day and then go back to it the other day. And that sort of gives me a bit of a breather space, not during the day, but in the night time, where I can just focus on the simpler things to do that when we're not actually around family time, if that makes sense. So trying to make sure that that's a priority, and then I'll do my other stuff afterwards. It's a hard mental switch to sort of think, right, okay, but as always, it's always good to listen to your partner and sort of talk about these things instead of having it escalate into something which it doesn't need to be.
And the first meeting what we have had, though, I really recognize that you are constantly on your phone. There was the time when you said you have around about 16 hours screen time at a day?
Easily.
Easily. 16 at a day.
Well, I wake up, I look on my phone, I'll sort of either post at that sort of time, because I have found that posting at a certain time in the morning was good, because I got to try and think of the best time that people are going to be watching the content. And obviously when we wake up, first thing you do is get your phone out. So that's the time which I sort of hit. So I wake up, I either post my content, and then I got to quickly react to comments that come in fast. So I spend a good bit of time in the morning, and then I go to work. Sometimes during the work day, you get your phone out, separate breaks, keep sort of on top of things, what's going on. If the videos are doing well, you sort of still need to react to it to try and keep them rolling and rolling. And then in the evening, it was a case of dealing with family time, and then I'm on my phone from like say 7 o'clock till 1 o'clock in the morning, doing all that catch-up time, editing other videos that I videoed that day, answering a load of comments. Like whenever I'm not doing anything, I'll always get my phone out and try and answer a few comments and stuff, because I try and answer everybody, as it helps with everything. But yeah, screen time easily.
And right now, does it switch a bit after you change to not post on everyday basis?
It means that I'm not having a break of a day allowed me to not have to post so much. So I don't have to constantly edit the videos every single night. I can leave it another night, spend a bit of time, spend that evening just maybe answering comments, rather than creating the videos to seat that workflow every single day. So yeah, dropping back that day did help a lot in my sort of attention to what I need to get done that time, if that makes sense. I can always leave it for a little bit extra.
Right now, Matthew, you are the most viewed influencer, content creator, plumber with the camera in the world, in the social media world. So how big are the numbers what you have had?
I think it's around like 2.7 million across all platforms. The Instagram is like 950, something like that, 1,000. So we're getting close to that million goal, which I've always tried to hit. Facebook's about 560 something. Facebook's quite hard to get views and start that community. I found it quite hard at the start. TikTok's about 500-ish, 550, something like that, 1,000. And then YouTube, which is the platform that I'm really interested in, we got that to 718, I think it is. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And what is the most important number in this game for you? Is this the follower size, or because a lot of people just look at, oh, he has so much followers, or what is the most important number for you?
I'm not too worried about some platforms, but the ones that I'm really interested in are like the Instagram and the YouTube videos. So for me, I think YouTube's one of the biggest platforms that's going to constantly give me, it gives me a lot of scope for me to actually be myself, and the longevity in the videos itself, so they can carry on gaining views and stuff for long periods of time. So that's where I think it's more stable. So that's the one I'm mainly sort of interested in. So I want to try and get to 1 million. Everybody's sort of dream is to get like these plaques that YouTube give you for certain milestones. The first one is silver, so that's like 100,000, which is still an achievement in itself to get to that.
Yes.
And then obviously I'm trying to chase the gold one. So I already have my silver one hung up on my wall next to my bed. So whenever I wake up, I look, I can see it. And there's space above it, which I said, that's where my gold's going to be. So that's always been my target to hit. Instagram, 1 million would be nice, just a nice round number. I'm very keen on numbers. I'm very like orientated for a number sort of game. So hit 1 million on that. And then the other ones, they can do as what they want. I'm happy with like the following count. I'm just trying to create every single video hit 1 million views. That's basically what I try and do every single time. And it is hard. It is really hard. But having a large following does help with that, because the
Yeah.
algorithm knows that a lot of people are watching, so it feeds a lot of people. But yeah, basically my plan is every single video, try to hit 1 million views.
So to be a creator like this, this isn't a hobby for you. This is your main job right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my main job, but what I've managed to do is actually mold it into my hobby as well. So my hobby was always like, I started out as like filming with drones, basically was like my hobby. We used to actually race them as a hobby. And then we got into like sort of the creative sort of filming side of that. So that was what I used to like doing outside of work before any of this started. So my headspace was always into creating videos. And then obviously in my day job was plumbing, and I actually wanted to teach plumbing. But I didn't want to go through like the qualification sort of stage and stuff like that. So what I thought about doing was to do it online. So I sort of create online videos to teach people how to do things, or to experience what a plumber would do in their own house, so like what to expect. And I try and show all my work as the best case scenario and how to do a job properly. There's obviously a million different ways of how to obviously do it, but I managed to show in a way that other people who wasn't interested in plumbing were actually engaged in watching. So that managed to obviously get me to a position where I can start earning money from the videos. So I go out as a day job as a plumber, I do 1, 2, 3 jobs a day, and then I go home, I create the videos, I post them online, and then I try and earn money from the amount of views that I get. But then I can also, because I'm interested in tools as like my hobby as well, I can then sort of try and find all these little tools that people don't know about, and then I can then reach out to the companies and say, look, I can help advertise for you at the same time. And then we can obviously try and work on some sort of deal if it works both parties, to maybe try and get a financial backing from that. And then obviously I can then link that to a place where they can buy it, and then try and use like an affiliate link to then gain money that way. So yeah, I've managed to mold my day job, which is a stable career, into something which I'm actually interested in myself, with the filming sort of side of things. So now I'm able to purchase like stuff like cameras and equipment that I'm interested in as a normal hobby, but be able to fund it from doing my plumbing and like the social media side.
It's crazy. And how long, Matthew, did you take from starting your social media work to quit your job by your boss and do all the social media work as a full-time content creator?
It was about 2 years, I think.
About 2 years?
Yeah, I think we started kicking off in 2023, and then I quit my job in 2004, I think, late part of 2024.
Yes,
And then I've had a whole year and almost 2 years of being self-employed now, which is a complete different stress as being employed. So now I know that whenever I go out, I have to create and make money to be able to provide for my family, rather than somebody just giving me a wage for my normal day job. But it allows me to be creative and try and get it in different ways, which is what I try and do to get it.
You bring together your personal interests. Your personal interest was to make drone videos. At first you're flying drones and really into all the camera stuff, and teach how it works and show it. Then you love to work with different tools and bring all these things together with your job as a plumber.
Yeah, so now I'm just filming all what I'm doing, what I enjoyed as a hobby, but as my day job as well. So it works out really well.
And from this point, you have a lot of different earning revenues. So
I don't get just paid by the customer. So like you, if I went to your house, you would pay me to fix something. I can also get paid by the social media platforms. So like your TikToks, your Googles, your Facebooks and stuff like that. and then I can also get paid by companies for advertising, and then I can also get paid by other companies like say Amazon and stuff for affiliate links as well. So yeah, in theory I can get paid in multiple ways, which is good, and that allows me to actually work a little bit less on my day job. So before you would do, I don't know, 4 or 5 jobs a day, I can actually spend the time and just do 1 job a day, as long as I know that I can film it and hopefully earn from that. It's a bit of a gamble, but after you've done it for a longer period of time, you know what works, and you know that, oh, I got this company involved, they want me to show off this product. I know that I can get money that way, so that pays for that like day or week and stuff like that. So yeah, it can be quite good.
And when was the moment when you realized that the video by itself to show how you make your job is more important for earning money than the how can I say, like the sponsorships or the partnerships with different companies? Because a lot of influencer just jumping around and looking for making the good deals with companies, and are more into making deals and show products, and you make it completely different way. When was this moment, like when you realized that?
I think it was when I started gaining consistent revenue from the video streams, so from the views. So when you get paid from social media teams, you actually get paid, like you have to work a month and then get paid, but you get paid for the month in advance. So I already know what I'm earning at the end of the month because of the previous month, if that makes sense. So I can already sort of work out that. And after I did that for like a year, I realized that I was actually able to make a comfortable living out of it. And then obviously in these videos, sometimes some of them do really well, some of them do really bad, some of them do okay. The ones that do really well can pay for a lot of the money time in the future. So I had a couple of real good videos that done really well, and it was a minute long, just showing a simple thing of like installing an outside tap. Yeah, so that sort of type of money allowed me to like purchase a van while I was first starting and have money in the bank. So I knew that I was covered for a few months in advance, and then I could take the jump and the risk to be able to do it. And if all failed, then I would just go back working for the same company. Like the company that I worked for were willing for me to be able to try out different things. So if I wanted to go out on my own, if it didn't work out, I was always welcome back. So I thought I'll just take the leap and see what happens.
So you start your journey as a plumber, you know exactly you can jump back as...
That's the best thing about a trade. Yeah, you'll always have work. Like things go wrong every single time. Plumbing is literally one of the jobs in the trades where you have like repeat business in the same houses. So like electricians, they would install something like a light switch or a plug top. Once it's done, it's done. Apart from if somebody wants to add on. With plumbing, you can install a tap, 2 years down the line, something goes wrong, you're going back to the same job, doing it again, and it's not just one thing, they got multiple issues in the house. It's really good for repeat custom, and yeah, I think it's a safe job to have in a trade.
When did your journey start as a plumber? What was the point?
So that was it's about 18 years ago. I'm going to be 36 this year. I started out when I was 16. As soon as I finished my school year, my mum said, "Oh, what do you want to do when you leave?" I was like, "Not really. I haven't really thought about it." My brother's an electrician, and my dad's a self-trained like carpenter. He makes kitchens. So she just said, "Oh, why don't you be a plumber?" So I looked at the grades that I needed and the sort of lifestyle that a plumber could earn. Like, you know, you always check out how much money these sort of professions can do. And I thought, yeah, that looks good. I'm pretty handy with my hands. Even at that age, I was still like fixing things and interested in helping my dad out and stuff. So I just went for it, managed to get an apprenticeship after sending out loads of letters back in the day. It was all letters, and eventually got a job. And I did a 2-year apprenticeship where you go to work 4 days and you go to school or college for the other day. You learn your textbook sort of stuff there and your practical assessments. Got qualified, and then I just worked for multiple companies throughout the years. I've never chased money. I've never asked for like a pay rise or anything like that. No, never did that. I was always trying to find the best companies doing different work. So you can go from working in normal houses, you can then go to like commercial, maybe try that, see if that's what you're into. And I worked for a few companies, and then I mainly only picked like family run companies. I never really wanted to work for like big organizations. They just treat you as a number. I always like to be treated as like part of the family. So I always stuck to companies with a very small team. And eventually then it sort of started the social media side of things, started filming what I was doing, and then one thing led to another, and here we are.
Yes, and how is it for you just to bring on every second day just a video which want you to hit 1 million views? How does it feel like to have this a thing in your mindset that everyone have to hit 1 million? It's crazy. So.
Well, that's like the area where you need to hit to be able to make good money for that video, if that makes sense. If you get videos that are doing like 50, 100, 200,000, you're not really making money which has made that video worthwhile. So for me, I have to at least get 1 million views to be able to, say, cover the day of filming, all the time that I took on the day filming, because I can't charge my customer. If a job takes 1 hour and I take 3 because I've been filming it for 2 hours, I need to be able to make that difference up, right? So that's why they have to hit that 1 million mark. And it's a hard thing to do it, but when the beauty of social media is you've got 4 different platforms to work with, and with those 4 platforms, even if you do a certain amount on each one, they can add up to what you need. So I always try and hit that 1 million mark. So it's like aiming to make a viral video every single time. And they're not all going to do that, but if you produce enough, hopefully you got more chances of them doing it, if that makes sense.
But you have your really completely own style of doing your videos.
So I was one of the first persons to make the sort of ASMR-y sort of type of videos, no talking, no music, just using the sound of working. The whole reason why that was back when I first started, we were creating videos and putting music overlays over them, which makes it easier to watch for us. But what we found out was that the videos get copyright striked, right? Because you're using other people's music. So I looked at different people, and I was speaking to a lot of people in America, and they were saying, oh, why don't you try it without any music? Because we find that that's a good way of getting past a copyright. So then I started looking at what they were doing and sort of gained like sort of tips and tricks of how they were filming, and then I incorporated that in my videos. And then that's the reason why I had a big, strong growth, was because I was the first person to sort of show it in a way of doing it. And now we see thousands of people creating videos all in the same sort of type of style, because it does work. You just need to get a lot of views doing it, because the RPM is a lot better if you talk in your videos. So eventually I might go down that route in the future, but for me, these sort of system seems to work. I just have to get a lot of views to help it pay.
It was so crazy. We sat this morning in our kitchen with the first cup of tea, and then you saw the videos from yesterday. So the video from yesterday what was the number?
It started out as 1 million in one day, but then we woke up and it gained another like 2 million overnight.
We're sitting there and 3 millions, and what does your face make at this moment? It's okay. Can you show us the video?
Yeah, I can show you. Do you want me to? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to fake doing it, or?
Yeah, not your face, but the video, the camera.
Oh, what? Point it to the camera?
Yes. Do you have that here?
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a video of me doing some silicone work basically, and this is quite a high talking topic because there's lots of different ways of doing it, and it just seemed to grab a lot of attention and stuff.
Crazy.
But that video was at 1 million yesterday during the day, and now it's sat at 3.8 million.
Crazy. And how many comments did it have on it?
500.
500. And how many comments did you answer?
None yet. I still got to do that.
Yeah, you have to do it. So this is
and that's only one platform as well. Like I got to do this on, I got to do it on like Facebook. I also got to do it on Instagram, and I've also got to do it on YouTube. So some days I can be answering 1,000 comments a day.
At one day?
Yeah, easy. Yeah, I can start on one app, answer all the comments, go on to another app, answer all the comments, do that for all of them. And by the time I finish the end one, I can go back to the start app and there'll be fresh comments still going again. So I've got to try and keep it up. I could literally just answer comments all day if I wanted to.
And how important is it to answer these comments? Is it important for
massively?
Yes, why?
Yeah, if you want to grow with your videos and your account, you need to sort of create a community behind each platform. Answering the comments shows that you're engaging in your own video. And if you think about it, if you have 100 comments on a video and you answer them all, it's not just 100 comments anymore, it's 200. And if you actually comment with a question, so if somebody says, oh, why have you done it like that? I'd be like, oh, I did it like this, do you think it's bad? And you answer with a question, then you get another comment from that person. So it's not just one comment, it's turned to 3. So that 100 comments could be 300 comments, if that makes sense.
And you do it all by yourself, you say?
All by myself, yeah, it's just myself.
But right now there's the chance to put AI like money chat on it or something which
I don't think you can do that for comments sort of side of answering. And if you end up doing that, what makes it say that your comment replies are going to be like not so automated in a reply, if that makes sense. Sometimes it is, you want to give your personal sort of spin on a comment, whether you're reacting in a good way or a bad way. I always found that it was easier for myself to do it, to keep that consistency of what you want. YouTube do give you a preview of what your normal comments that you've been doing, so you can use AI a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I wish there was an app where I could just push a button and it say answer all comments.
You wish there is one?
Maybe. But I mean, like YouTube, I know that I've answered every single comment for the last 7 months. So I try and answer them all, and the end comment will be 7 months ago, this person commented.
Okay, and which platform is the most important for you? I think it's YouTube, isn't it?
YouTube is, yeah, for me personally.
Why?
Because I just think it's got more longevity in it. I think it's been out for the longest. I know it's going to probably still be there for the longest because it's part of Google. Like, there's that sort of side of things. TikTok obviously came up quite quick. I think depending on what's going on with TikTok, it could fade away or the trend fail away. And then I think people will end up going back to like the more stable platforms. You've got Instagram, which is more professional for the company sort of side of things. And then you've got Facebook, which I think myself is more generated towards like the older sort of community because it's been out for a very long time as well. But there's different ages on different platforms, I find. So you've got different audiences on the different platforms. TikTok's more like a younger audience. YouTube's more like it's a bit more of a mixed, but it's more of like it's a search engine, right? So a lot of people are going on there to sort of find out how to do things. And yet Facebook, I just think, is more like the semi-older generation, but it's more of a toxic sort of environment. If you put a video out on Facebook, I know I'm going to get a lot more comments on whether something's bad.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I don't tend to get any negative comments on YouTube. It's generally all pretty positive.
Okay.
Facebook's mainly negative, then positive. There's a lot of people on here who seem to think that they know what they're doing from their armchairs and they just like to reply and get a bit of drama, and I understand it. and it's sort of what I'm seeking. And then Instagram is more of a professional sort of way. I don't see a lot of negative on there.
Crazy, yeah.
But yeah, it all depends on where you want your headspace to be.
And what are the challenges which you are about in all these different topics?
In what sort of?
Yeah, in sort of, yes, you have the challenge that you make every second day a million views video. You're jumping around between different platforms. You said that your earnings on TikTok are just going down, and the most stable earnings are on YouTube. So
the challenge
what is the thing? What's in your head all the time? What you're thinking about?
It's mainly just to try and be as consistent as possible. I know that we're going to have ups and downs in everything. There's a lot of times where you think a good video is good, but it doesn't perform. And the videos that you've spent less time working on seem to do really well. So you just need to try and stay as consistent as possible. In my head, if I feed the algorithms a lot of content, I'm going to have more chance of it going my way, if that makes sense. So yeah, try and stay as consistent as possible. Try and stay as high quality of a video as possible. So don't drop standards. Try and every single video you want to be able to make the next one better or do something better the next video on. Because
so you're really focused on the video and on
I'm trying to upscale my production even more, whether I'm using better equipment, spending more time on it to make it as better as possible, researching and watching other people, see what they do to make it better as well. There's lots of different, I still think I've got another scope to hit on top of even what I've achieved now. I know where I want the videos in my head to be, but I still need to sort of interpret it in my videos. But time is a big thing as well. I need more time to be able to create that video to be good. When I'm on a job, I need to try and fix the job as quickly as possible. So it's hard to sort of get that right.
And to make this high quality of videos, what's the equipment you work with?
So most of the time with the short form content in a portrait sort of style is mainly done with my phone.
It's your phone. You don't have really fancy cameras.
I got fancy cameras, but for the short form content, it's mostly done with my phone. It's the quickest thing that you pull out your pocket to use, and it generates the best image for being quite close up to what you want to do. So because it does all the processing itself, you don't have to worry about settings and blah, 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 blah. If I want to make sure that I just get the shot done and well, I use my phone. If I want to go down the sort of YouTube sort of style of things, I need like different size lenses where I need a wider shot. Whether I need to put microphones on it for talking, you can either go something like this where it's like a wireless setup, or you can go a shotgun type, or you can go podcast style, or there's lots of different other ways that you can do it. So like a full frame camera gives you that sort of scope to be able to do it. So you need something like that. Then you need your lighting. So you need to make sure that you've got good lighting while you're working, whether you're carrying lights around with you. You've got all your tripod mounts. I spend so much money on tripods, it's unreal.
But for your phone?
For my phone, for other cameras, like you've got your DJI cameras, you've got your GoPros, so you need different sets of mounts for that. Phone, everything's all MagSafe, so I try and give a lot of accessories to be able to pop the phone off and attach it to different things quicker. You can have normal tripods, you can have mounting brackets, you can have suction cups. I use everything to try and get the right shot. In plumbing, we have to be in tight little areas. You need to be able to show it being nicely presented. So yeah, there's lots of different equipment that you need, and it does cost a lot of money. There's a lot of investment that needs to happen just to create a small video. But generally, a phone can do everything.
And did you have all this equipment stuff just in the beginning of your career as a creator? Or
it was mainly
how did you start with which equipment?
I started off with my phone first, as it's like everything what we got, and then you sort of watch online to see what other people are doing. So like if you want to go down the podcasty sort of style, then you need those microphones, but they don't plug up to your phone, they plug up to cameras, so you've got to buy proper camera for that. You got your GoPro sort of style ways of vlogging where you don't have to worry about what's in focus. It naturally captures everything. I already had GoPro style cameras anyway from doing all the drone sort of footage anyway. And then obviously if you're using your phone and you're talking, you notice that the audio's not so great, so you need to buy microphones to go with it. If you don't want the footage all shaky, you want to put it on tripods. That's when you start going into all your sort of like tripod work. There's loads. But generally, yeah, starting off from a phone, it's the easiest way. And then I try and work out what type of shots I want to create, and then I got to find out what sort of cameras or equipment that I need to be able to produce it.
And was there any moment when you said, okay, this is the decision what I want, what I have to go right now, which you made, that you say, okay, I go all in and go on social media all in? Was there one point?
That was the time factor on the jobs. So while I was employed, I couldn't spend the longer time that I needed to be able to create what I wanted to create. The short form content is really easy to do while you're working with somebody because it's fairly quite quick. But for like, if I wanted to get into more of the YouTube style, which is what I wanted to do to progress, I needed the time on the jobs to be able to create it. I needed to sit there talking in front of a camera that could take multiple shots in time. I couldn't be fair to my employer to say I need to spend more time for me when he's saying, well, you need to do that job because I'm charging the customer X amount. I can't afford to pay you for time that you're not doing. So because I was earning from the videos, I was able to actually give myself that option of getting the time that I needed.
And was there a moment where you have this feeling in you to say, I can no longer make it like this, or I have to do it? How long was this period of time? Was there a moment? Or
it was the time where I had that real high-hitting videos. So those videos that actually allowed me to give myself a time were the videos that actually exploded and done really well. So those viral videos that I had quite close together managed to give me enough security behind me that I could take that jump. And at that point was when I thought, right, I want to try and be the best and create the best what I wanted to do. With that financial backing, to get that time to be able to do it, that was the right time. I did everything at the right time that I thought. Like, I needed a van, the videos exploded, I had the money then to be able to get everything that I needed in place. I think I had a van as well as a work van for about a month or two before I decided to go down that jump. So I had everything all lined up ready. My boss knew exactly what I wanted to do.
You was really open to your boss?
Yeah, I told him, I said, look, I need to be able to do it this way. I think he did have a moment where he said to me, we can maybe see this a problem in the future where you're spending a lot more time on this. You're not concentrating on what you should be doing because you're constantly thinking that you want to be able to produce this. And we had a little discussion and he said, yeah, why don't you try it? And if it doesn't work out, come back. But I knew then that if I went back, I wouldn't be able to carry on what I'm doing as much as how I wanted to progress it too. So that was when I thought, I'm going to have to make this sort of leap. I got semi-financial side of me. I got a couple of months ahead of me knowing that I'm going to get paid and provide for the family. We'll just try it. And if it doesn't work out, I'm a plumber at the end of the day. I know my trade. I've been doing it a long time. I could get a job anywhere. It's not like I had to go back to them. I could ring up any plumbing place and just get a job straight away.
And you start your experience or your journey with short form content.
Yes.
And was there a moment where you said, it's a good idea to make long form content? So because you're switching a bit more on YouTube, you make your videos a bit longer. And what was this moment about?
YouTube, if you're thinking about it, a short form video, you only need to give me a minute of your time. A long form video, I need them to watch longer, so I need them to actually watch for say 10, 20, 30 minutes. And to get somebody to watch a video for that long amount of time, they have to be heavily invested in what you're doing or give good value for what you're showing them. My videos, I always try and give my audience value from watching. So when they finish the video, they're like, oh, okay, that's how that's happened, or oh, that was good to watch, or oh, I didn't know that equipment is out. Do you see what I mean? You need to give your audience value for watching, because like I say, you're giving half an hour of your time to watch. It's got to be worth it.
Yes, and you have to bring the value. And do you think about, in the editing of the video, from point to point, where are the points which you want to hook your audience more and more, and to figure out really, okay, which hook do I put there, or what value do I bring here, or how do you edit the videos in the mental, or in this way?
I'm still learning that. There's a lot more that I should be doing in the videos, like you say, like the hook at the start. You really need to try and capture people in the first, like, say, 15 seconds of a video. So that is the most important block of creating that video for it. So say creating a YouTube video, what I would do is, in the most ideal world, is do a little short introduction, but quick, try and catch people's attention, maybe a quick montage of what the video is all about. And then you need to try and tell that story to keep people watching for that time. So you got the core features of your video sorted
in the front.
And then after the video is created, you still need to package the video up for the YouTube to score it high, to be able to recommend it to people. So that's like the video, you got your description, you got your title, you got your thumbnail, all your tags. Do you know what I mean? They all need to be perfect as a package for YouTube to say, right, this is a really good video. It's got all the core aspects. We're going to feed this video to a lot of people. And what they do is they feed it to a certain amount of people first. And then depending on the reactions of those people, it then feeds it to others. So TikTok is the same. It's like a point system. It feeds it to 100 people first. If it gets good reactions, it'll feed it to 2,000, 5,000 people quite quickly. If your video lands and it doesn't get any attention, it will just not do as well. And
so you recommend to other content creators that it's a good idea to make long-form content on YouTube to make earnings from the video by himself. Isn't it?
Yeah, because you need to keep those people watching for an amount of time to actually do it. The best timing for a YouTube video is about 8 minutes. That is where you get the highest amount of like ad space for your videos. So to make optimum money, you want to be hitting that 8 minute mark minimum. And then you can do them smaller, but that 8 minute mark is perfect.
And with so many people who are following you, what you're doing, and to be the biggest plumbing influencer, content creator in the world, how does it feel like?
It feels good. It's not something that I'm actually always striving to keep ahead of it, like my numbers and stuff. It's not that, I want to be the best, I want to be the best. I don't personally mind if somebody else does really well. Like it doesn't, I'm not so fixated on that. I just want to be able to, because I've grown quite well, I got my own milestones in my head where I want them to be. As soon as I hit like millions on some platforms, that's me cared. I don't care if somebody gets 3, 5, 6 million. Do you know what I mean? That's not my problem. My whole idea is for me, right, okay, this is the goal that I've set. I'm going to try and hit that. I don't focus on what other people see. I just keep myself to myself. I think that if I spend time worrying about what other people are doing, I'm going to harm myself in what I'm doing.
So you don't look what other people are doing and how big they are and how much fame they have, or
not really. I mean, like I said, I don't see it as fame. I don't see myself as an influencer.
No,
I don't know. I'm just a plumber with a camera.
Yeah, but when you go on the trade show, everyone.
Yeah, I'm still. That's still like an alienated for me. I'm just a regular person. Like, you know me personally.
Yes.
I'm so humble in a position where I am.
Yeah.
I talk to everybody.
Yes.
I don't walk around like I'm a big head at all. If average Joe wants to have a conversation, I got time for everybody.
Yes.
I answer thousands and thousands of comments. If I didn't want to talk to them, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I like to I keep myself very level-headed. I don't, my lifestyle hasn't changed at all. It's exactly the same. I'm just a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah. So it was so crazy. I was at the trade show, and then someone told me, "Hey, yes, I know this product. Yes." I showed him the first time. So in real life, oh, I know it from the internet. So okay, where do you know it from? That was an English guy from Plumber. Yes, I Plumber. Yes. Okay. So and yeah, do you know him? So, yes, it's a friend of mine. No, really? Yes. Do you want to send a video together with me to him? And I saw exactly in this moment like how his face color just changed from a little bit normal to boom, red. A video for Plumber? Yes, I took out my phone, put a video out of it, talked to him, sent it to you, and he was from the first moment so yeah, blah 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 blah. So to Plumber, a video direct to him. You have contact with Plumber? I thought yes. And it's just changed everything in his face, and so just like you are the godfather of plumbing for him. So it was so great.
I find that like amazing. I mean, sometimes I get stopped in like my local like hardware store and stuff like that, or I go to a trade show and a lot of people will come up to me and be like, "Oh, by the way, I watch your videos. You know, I really like them." Or I don't think I've ever had anybody say, "Oh, I really hate your videos" or anything like that. I don't think I've ever had that. But it is weird seeing people know, because like I don't think it's a real big thing at all. Like I really don't. I think because I see it every day, and I'm just a normal person, I get reactive when people go, oh. I'm like, like I don't actually like. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm thinking, I'm just the same as you. Like, and even at like a trade show, I get random people like say things, but like distant. So they'll be like, oh look, I'm a plumber, and I'm like, right, mate. Do you want to chat? Like, have you got? Do you know what I mean? Oh, do you watch me? Like, do you like the videos or whatever? I'll always make time to speak to people. Yeah. I see people at trade shows, they're walking around like they think they're movie stars.
Yes, of course.
But they're just doing a day job, but just filming it.
Yeah.
They're not walking around as multi-millionaires on movie sets with groupies following them. Do you know what I mean? Like I say to my wife, I say, oh look, I'm famous in the plumbing industry, and she's like, you're not famous. You ain't got no groupies outside the window screaming for your name and stuff. Do you know what I mean? She seems to think that, yeah. And then I look back and I go, yeah, you're right. I'm just a plumber with an audience of people that are watching, and people that get to know me, they know me. Like, I like to think that I'm quite a funny, jokey, sort of have a laugh sort of person. And when you meet me in person, you will see that. Yeah. I know a lot of my footage you won't see me for me, which is where the YouTube side of thing comes in, and you can I can show myself a little bit better, maybe a few more emotions and stuff. I still need to do that a little bit more, but yeah, I'm just a normal person.
You motivate people.
So, is that making you laugh?
Yeah, that's perfect. You motivate people online to go in the trade, see how you do your job as perfect as it could be. So like you bend your copper pipes, it's just crazy. And I was at the trade show, and a younger guy just said to me, "Hey, I learned from Plumber how to bend my copper pipes."
Yeah, I try and show little like tips and tricks and hacks of how to do things a simple way. We've been taught the same way for years of how to do things, which have been overcomplicated in my head. And now there's new tools that are available that can make it super easy. I come out with like, before you'd have to use like a protractor of how to get the angles, and you have to measure everything. I can create you how to do that, and you don't even have to be a plumber. All you need to know is these certain places on things to be able to do it. I could show my nan how to bend a piece of copper pipe exactly how I want to do it. She don't have to get a tape measure out or a protractor and stuff. So yeah, it's really good to show that side. And like I said, I wanted to become a teacher, but I thought I'll just do it online, but I'll do it my way. So I don't teach them like the whole curriculum way of how to do it, because I think it's like dinosaur. I will show people using new products how to do it more efficiently and easier.
Yeah.
And now I've gone to, I do a lot of work in my local college, where I go in and I help out in the classrooms, or if they got competitions on, I go in now to help them out completely for free. I don't charge them.
So you do it offline as well?
Yeah. What they allow me to do is actually use the space inside the college for filming if I want to. So that's the sort of agreement that we got. And I go in a lot of times to sort of help out with the lads and girls, because we get girls in there as well. And also give them a bit of, I try and tell them that there's other ways that you can, okay, you might not want to be here because you've been forced, like your mum and dad wanted you to be a plumber and stuff like that. But you can actually mold this into something of your own interest, which is what I've done, with the photography and stuff like that. And now they've even asked me to go back to talk about the social media side. So now I've gone in to do presentations to classes of workshops and explained what the social media side is all about from a creator's point of view, like the time spending, what things to look out for, how to do it well, what sort of triggers does the algorithm want you to do to be able to produce good numbers. And they seem to be really engaged in it. Like I had a class of all guys that are all doing like a construction course, and they were like interested in what I was doing and stuff like that. And then I had a class of all females, all just sat in there. And that's complete different to me for talking, because I'm so used to just being on site with guys and stuff like that. And these girls were interested in me telling them about the social media side, because it's not just about me doing plumbing, it's showing them what to expect in the social media world. And they were like, oh, you're just a plumber, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. I showed them like my pages and stuff, and they were like, oh, let's watch a video. I sat a video up watching them, and I had the whole class just mesmerized, just watch it. And nobody's interested in plumbing, but I've tried to sort of capture the attention exactly how to do it in a way that keeps your eyes watching and you're constantly engaged and stuff. And yeah, they were actually really impressed. So
yes, and you're a brain hacker. How you attach or how you hack into the attention from the people. So
what I do is I basically create a video and I show it to my 6-year-old. And if my 6-year-old can watch it, I know anybody can watch it, because his attention span is like this big. And they almost call it, there's a show in the UK or a platform called Cocomelon, right, which is like a kids program. And when you stick it on, the kids are just like, they're just like brainwashed, because they use certain techniques in these videos to keep kids watching.
And what are the techniques you use?
So I'm trying to switch the camera angles a lot fast. So you want to switch your cameras probably every like 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And what you're doing is you're keeping the eyes of people watching this screen in different places. So your eyes are like doing this on the video, and it's sort of wanting you to watch for longer and see what's going on. And because my videos are like a before and an after, they want to see what's gone on anyway, if that makes sense. So if you show something which is completely broken to something fixed, they gain that process of watching how something does. So yeah, so I'm almost trying to hypnotize people while I'm working.
So you hypnotize the eyes.
Exactly
and
that.
The next one is to show the people the process, how you bring broken stuff into new stuff, or how to change and fix anything.
Exactly.
So these are the two really important things which you are focused on. Is there anything else what is really important to hypnotize the people with videos, or what you learn from?
Mine's to sort of show people things that they've not seen before. So I'm a great believer of trying to find new products that people haven't seen and how to incorporate it in the plumbing side. So because I'm really into tools, I like to show off new tools that people haven't seen before, whether I've got them from different countries or helped to make them myself, which is what we've gone into now. Or we have products like yourselves that we use where people have been using bags and
This is what I want to ask right now, though, because you're one of the first people in the world who make a video in this style like you and bring DERBLAUE in front of, when I just nearly count a bit how many views DERBLAUE have had only with your videos. It's wide more than 200 million views, wide more. And how does your audience just react on see this product?
They can see it working better than anything that they've used before. So they can see it fit in places which they've never been able to capture before, protect areas solidly with waterproof products, which help everybody. It's those sort of things where they might have used a product in the past, whether it literally be something like a bag to a collapsible bucket or something like that, in shapes that don't quite fit, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of places where they would use tubs that are like circular, like that will obviously not fit against a flat wall in the areas that you need. Something which can mold perfectly into the spaces, stay close to the surfaces, be low enough so you can actually work while it's there, I think is a massive like selling point for yourself. And I basically try and say, look, you can do it this way, or you could use these products and do it a lot easier, a lot more efficiently, and get the job done a lot better.
And how does the products from DERBLAUE just change your daily life as a plumber?
For me, I constantly have to catch water, no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm disconnecting something or I'm soldering and I need to protect the areas, or I need to catch water from different areas, or like with using your pumps, I need to be able to extract water from areas out. Your products have been the only thing that's made my life super, super easy. And because I'm using water all the time, I use them every single day on every single job. So something simple like changing a tap or a radiator valve, or I'm trying to help drain something down quicker, these products allow me just to work way more efficiently. Like for an instance, if I'm working on a radiator valve and I can't get the drain to outside, whether the levels are lower, or I'm in a room where I can't get a hose pipe outside because it's too far, but there's a window which is higher than I'm working at, I could just put a tub underneath, I can undo the water, and I can just sit back, put my pump inside, push a button, chuck the hose outside, and I'm just controlled in the same area. And I can sit back and go on my phone while I'm working. Do you know what I mean? I can continue with my comments and stuff, knowing that this is draining. I don't have to worry about things and monitor. With buckets, if you undo a valve and you've got water, you have to then close that valve off, empty the water, come back, open it again. None of that. Stick the pump in, go out a window, or put it inside your hose pipe, which I find works really well. Chuck that outside and I can just push a button and I can just sit there and work. Or I can carry on working while it's draining. So while I've got a small amount of water coming out, I can still continue my work because it's a perfect size. I've got a nice work area, and yeah, it just makes things a lot more efficient.
Great, and it's so good to bring such a good product in the world, which is on every single day for you, how can I say, a life-changing product.
It is. It honestly is. There's only a few products out there that I would say are properly like a quality of life benefit for me as a plumber, and your products are definitely one of them.
And it's so nice to work on consistently make it better and make some new developments on it. And so this is a nice job to be in, and it's really important for us to are close together with you and other professional trade people to improving new stuff and solving new problems. So that's really
hopefully
nice.
We can come up with some different ways of doing things, whether it's adapting your products to different sizes or bringing out different ones for new situations. I think myself has got good insights to how we actually use it day to day. So that feedback can help that out massively.
So we don't want to talk along about the products here in this podcast, but the view in the future is just really important for us on the product side, but right now in this conversation more on your personal side as a content creator and as Matthew by yourself. So what do you think in the next year is the most changing wave, or what's going on? Because we see a lot of AI stuff in the whole industry. We see a lot of big changes are coming really near to us with robotics, with AI, with everything. How do you think is developing at this point in your game as a content creator?
I think I'm pretty safe, is what I would say. As a plumber, no AI is going to show how to do a job as good as the real world, right? We can spot different AI engines to create things that aren't real, but they look real. No robot is going to come in and do my job in your house, right? So many different factors that I'll have to deal with. The touch of a human is much better than a robot trying to do it. So there's that consistency, and AI can't be perfect without the input putting into it. So a plumber, we got years and years of knowledge of things that AI doesn't know, and how to do things and how to work with the actual materials that we work with, whether it's products or the knowledge of, oh, you shouldn't be using that product with that sort of thing. So I think it's pretty safe. On the social media side of things, I can see it benefiting more than harming, I think. Like, I use AI a lot for like the background stuff, especially on YouTube and stuff. Like, I can use it to help create the best titles. It already knows what's the best titles to use. Depending on search, I can use it to create images for me, which is really good for thumbnails. It can show me a score and rank before I've even posted, so I know how well, whether I've done something good and how something's bad. I don't think that you'll be able to say to AI, create me a plumbing video of somebody fixing this problem, because I don't, well, it might know now because of my videos showing how to do something like that. It might actually use my videos in the future to say, oh, we know that this reference, all you need to do is, do you know what I mean, and create it. Maybe, I don't know. But it's not going to be able to think of the new stuff that's coming out, right? That's only going to come from us.
And is there something what you look in the future and are scared of?
What, with AI?
Yes, maybe.
I don't personally think so. Like, our industry's been out for hundreds and hundreds of years. Things aren't developing as fast as what AI is. Like, our buildings are still the same, our components are still the same. I'll always still get work. Plumbing is a moving product. Things always go wrong. So I'm always going to be in work fixing things. Maybe new development, AI might come into it where it can take people's jobs a little bit away. But for the more maintenance-y jobs, I think the general interaction between people is what helps sell the company. Like, are you going to trust a robot to come to your house, or are you going to trust somebody that you've used for years, or somebody who you can actually communicate with? And do you know what I mean?
Of course. We're talking about the future. When we step 5 to 10 years in the future, where is Plumber and Matthew there?
So the dream for me is to continue obviously what I'm doing, hopefully try and hit those milestones that I want to hit, continue to progress in the YouTube side of things, which is where I think is more important for myself. It might change, but that's where my head is at. I would like to be able to go out and work for free. This is my sort of idea, where I help out my local community area where I am, like my local villages and towns where I'm working. I can deliver my service as a plumber to people actually for free, knowing that as long as I can document it, I can still earn money that way. That means that people who maybe can't afford plumbing work being done, I can actually provide my service to be able to do it. Say like elderly people, they haven't got a lot of money to be able to fix things that are like problems. They might have dripping taps or toilets leaking and they've just had it for years. they don't really trust anybody coming into the house anymore because that relationship's sort of broken down. I can give that localized personal touch to say, look, I can fix this. I got all these videos showing that I can fix it. I'll come to your house. I'll give you the service. I'll be able to fix it. Please let me be able to document it. Stay away in a nice quiet room. Allow me to do what I'm doing, and I can help people out. And that's where I would like it to actually go for. So I want to be a well-known name in my area for what I do as an individual, as well as still create the best type of videos online for people to learn from as well.
Nice. So let's come to the end. And Matthew, was the biggest personal growth on this journey with what you have had?
What do you mean by that?
Your personal growth in all this stuff.
So for me, it was actually getting to the point of being self-employed and working for myself. Like I've been employed for like 16, 17 years. I've seen the other side of it now, where I wasn't actually able to take that jump and leap and work for myself. Sort of like, they say, like escape the matrix, right? Where you're a bit more free to do what you want. I know that I just need to make money. I just need to find different ways of doing it. That's helped me learn a lot of new skills. So like, not only am I a plumber, I'm my own boss, my own accountant. I got to do all the financial side of things. I got to do all the advertising. Do you know what I mean? I got to do all the editing. I got to do all the filming. I got to do all the social media side of things. You do learn a lot more skills expanding yourself. And I think, go on.
Yeah. How do you add the videos? On which device? This is a question which I don't ask before, but...
What's that?
On which device do you edit your videos?
So I edit most of my videos all on my phone.
This is what I want for
a lot of people would use like laptops and computers and use high-end software and stuff. For me, I just found it so much easier just using my phone. I can do it quicker. I've got really accustomed to it, and I just use basic apps to be able to stitch and cut the videos into place. Crazy. And I can do it whether I'm in the bath, I can do it in bed, I can do it sat on the toilet if I want to do it. Yeah, I could do it in my van, I can do it anywhere. I can just go to a coffee shop and I got it in my phone, I can just do it there.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just find that a bit more easier.
Back to the personal growth. So is there any point which you have in your mind when you said, okay, this is the last point in this podcast here, what you want to give the audience out?
I think if anybody wants to start doing the road that I've sort of taken, is to be as consistent as possible. That is like the key thing to grow. If you can be as consistent in anything, it doesn't have to be plumbing or recording videos or anything, stay as consistent as possible. Try and create every single thing better the next time round. So if you create a video, try and do something better, whether it can be add in music in the right timing or edit in the right place, or making it a little bit more engaging, try and get a better hook, try and do something extra the next step on, and then that means that video progression will get better and better, and eventually after you do 100, 200 videos, then you should be somewhere good. Your first 10 to 100 videos might not even get anywhere. So you need to keep in your headspace that, okay, if I stay consistent at this and do it as best as possible, then hopefully that will get me somewhere where I want to be.
Perfect. Thank you, Matthew.
No,
thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. No, it's been great. It's nice to talk about everything, and hopefully some people might learn a little bit from it, but no, I really appreciate it.
Thank you for your time having this really worthwhile conversation, and looking forward to really good times together.
Perfect. Thank you.
Have a good one.